South Korean prosecutors have charged the activist behind a website that helps Filipino women locate the Korean fathers of their children with defamation. A new government report says avoiding psychiatric treatment and alcohol abuse are significantly linked to South Korea's high suicide rate. And in just 4 years, commercial drone delivery services could be operating in the ROK. I'm Chance Dorland, and this is your Korean news update for Friday, January 29th, brought to you by Korea FM in association with the Korea Observer. For more news, talk radio, and independent music from the Korean Peninsula, subscribe in the iTunes Store with your favorite Android application or visit koreafm.net. A South Korean man whose picture was posted on a website tracking men who father children with Filipino women says the website's owner defamed him and infringed on his privacy. The Korea Times reports a South Korean activist who runs the site has posted photos, names, addresses, and ages of 40 South Korean men he received from Filipino women searching for the father of their children. While 32 of the Korean Filipino children, known as Kopinos, successfully found their father using the website. In South Korea, posting a person's photo online without consent is a criminal act and punishable by fines of more than $4,000 and 2 years in prison, even if the claims made in association with the photo are true. However, if defamation was committed in pursuit of public interest, it is not subject to punishment. The activist behind kopinofather.wordpress.com says, quote, "No matter what happens, he will keep the website up and running." No official statistics exist, but currently there are an estimated 30,000 Kopino children whose fathers are thought to be mostly South Korean students or tourists who travel to the Philippines. A new government report shows a significant link between South Korea's notoriously high suicide rate and the avoidance of psychiatric treatment and alcohol abuse. Data collected last year by the Health and Welfare Ministry through surveys of suicide victims' family members shows nearly 90% of suicide victims had diagnosable mental health disorders, but only 15% received regular medical treatment before taking their own life. The Korea Herald reports the data has raised concerns about South Korea's social stigma against people with mental disorders and substance abuse, which often discourages them to seek professional help. South Korea has the highest suicide rate in all of the OECD, with up to 40 suicides each day, a statistic that has pushed suicide to the nation's fourth most common cause of death. And the Ministry of Land, Transport, and Infrastructure says central and local government entities are working with the private sector to test the use of unmanned aerial drones to prepare for commercial drone delivery services by as early as 2020. The Korea Times reports the ministry has also unveiled new measures to support the drone industry, including relaxing drone weight regulations and reducing no-fly zones. 6 businesses, universities, and other institutions are testing Korean-made multi-copter drones, and some are planning to use foreign-made drones in the future. The ministry says the goal of the testing is to develop a business model from which both businesses and consumers can benefit. Today in Seoul, we'll see cloudy skies with a high of 6 degrees, then more cloudy conditions tonight with a low down to -2, and a bit colder for tomorrow, more clouds as well, a high of 5 degrees, and then down all the way to -6 for Saturday night. You can subscribe to the Korean News Update podcast through the iTunes Store or Android podcasting applications. And for more news, talk radio, and independent music from the Korean Peninsula, visit koreafm.net. I'm Chance Dorland.